Husband's girlfriend ambushed us at a restaurant asking him to get her pregnant. He agreed and said the baby was happening whether I liked it or not, but I ended up staying in the marriage after she got pregnant. My husband and I have been together since we were 22. We are 38 now. We have 2 wonderful sons, a teen and a preteen. When our youngest was 3, we opened our marriage because I wanted to explore. We did some swapping a few times. It was okay, but I realized I really liked being with women. Eventually, I told my husband I was done exploring, but he could continue if he wanted. We talked a lot. He agreed after we discussed some ground rules. I never really dated anyone else. I had brief relationships with a few women, but that's it. He met Sarah, very successful career, 40, and there was an immediate spark. Sarah said she wanted to meet me. I told her that as long as their relationship didn't interfere with our life or his responsibilities as a dad and husband, he is very involved in the kids' lives and with household responsibilities, I was completely okay with it. So one weekend a month they would meet and have fun. A few times they went on mini trips. I actually enjoyed seeing my husband happy, and Sarah even sent me a few videos. She clearly stated that she had no intention of replacing me. Now, on Saturday, she texted my husband saying she wanted to see both of us at a restaurant. We showed up, and she dropped a bomb. She wants my husband to have a baby with her. She said it would be like being a single mom by choice, except the baby would know who the dad is, and my husband would be involved visiting the child and being part of their life. My husband said this is 100% my decision and that if I don't feel comfortable, it won't happen. They both said that if I say no, their relationship will continue, so I shouldn't feel pressured that I'm breaking them up. She could find another donor, I assume. I can't stop thinking about it. Am I ruining my husband's happiness if I say no? If I say yes, am I ruining my kid's future and our marriage? I hate to admit it, but I always wanted a daughter. What if my husband and she have a girl? Then she would be the woman who finally gives him a daughter. I'm a mess. Please give me advice. Comments where Op has replied, did Oop's husband know beforehand? No, he had absolutely no clue either. He loves having more kids. If it was up to him we would have many more kids. Is she already pregnant? No, not pregnant now. She said once we are ready she will go off the pills. Comment 1. Totally contrary to the initial agreement. Direct her to a sperm bank. Tell her your friendship and access to your husband will stop and that if she pursues it equals even by accident, that you will sue her for alienation of affections. For safety's sake, get this stuff in writing equals present her an agreement to abide and get it signed by her and your husband. As a precautionary measure try to get a recording of your conversation about this on your phone. If this conversation causes a rift, then ask her why she's so interested in your husband as versus any other man that she might have. Oop, I asked actually. She said he is a good-looking guy, she loves him, he is smart and a great guy, I'm not getting younger, so I'm gonna do it by myself instead of wasting my time to meet a husband. Comment 2. Info, how long has he been seeing this other person? I don't think you're a bad guy for feeling uncomfortable. If it's 100% your decision, as he claims, you shouldn't feel guilty for saying no. This would impact your children's lives and your life. Also, who's to say she's not also pregnant? Emo. Oop, they have been dating for 2 years. Update 1. I talked to my husband. He said Sarah a few times asked if he likes to have more kids casually and complimented him about what an involved dad he is, but that's it. I asked what he thinks about her request to get her pregnant. He said he really loves her and loves having more kids, and if that's what makes her happy he would do it in a heartbeat if it was up to him only. I told him he has 2 solutions. 1, we separate/divorce, and he can get Sarah pregnant. With 50-50 custody of our kids, he will have time to take care of her and her newborn too, like he did for me when I gave birth. He should also explain the whole thing to our kids too. He gets snipped before touching Sarah or any other women again. I'm not asking you to be monogamous with me, but I demand you to get snipped. He didn't reply and wanted to think. I guess as of right now it's 100% on him. Comments where Op has replied, comment 1, this is insane. Hope you're keeping it together somehow. Oop, I'm calm. I'm okay. I'll decide after I get advice from a lawyer. I'm planning to see a therapist and I think it's important for kids to see a therapist as well. Whether I stay or not, there will be big changes in our lives and therapy will help us with the transition. Comment 2, he has disrespected you and your family's dynamic and boundaries by saying he's going to have the baby whether you like it or not. Especially after he said the choice was 100% your choice. And a divorce is actually so much simpler and doesn't cost a whole lot if you guys can agree on how it's split before you go into file. My heart goes to you and your courage with how everything has gone. I hope it doesn't have to end too messy. I would agree though that the kids should know regardless of what happens. They deserve to know. Oop, kids know now, so do his parents. We talked to them. He told them that it was my idea to open our marriage. He is not cheating and I gave him consent. My oldest is so furious at both of us and called us embarrassing and disgusting. My youngest is May and doesn't care really. My Mill yelled at me when she found out. It was an emotional day. Comment 3, he's really awful, he wants all the responsibility on you. You don't agree about the baby, and that's the real problem. My 13-year-old son would be furious in this situation too. Your husband is destroying everything, especially your son, because of his whim. I will never accept my husband choosing himself over our family. Update 2, I had a long talk with my husband this morning before leaving for work, and now I'm trying to decide what's best for me and my kids. I'm very emotional, so please be gentle. This morning his girlfriend texted him about his decision and joked that she should adjust their meetup schedule according to her fertile days, and said she is so excited to try for a baby with him. I asked him the same question, what is your decision? He said he decided that he wants to have a baby with her and will figure out a routine so that everything works out the same. I told him that in that case, I'm filing for divorce. He asked me, why? What are you trying to achieve? You can leave and then only see the kids 50% of the time. It will cost us a lot of money in legal fees. You'll go from a nice house with your kids to a small apartment near your work. To achieve what? You already can see other people. What would divorce bring you? What's the benefit for you? He said that whether we divorce or not, the baby will happen. He also said he won't neglect any of his responsibilities toward our kids or me because he'll have a new baby. According to him, the most logical solution would be to tell the kids about Sarah when she gets pregnant and explain that they will have a half-sibling. He wants to come clean and just continue with our lives. I got very emotional and said I don't want her in my life. He said she wouldn't be part of my life and that he could arrange visitations with Sarah and the baby so that he goes there instead of her baby coming to our house. He kept saying that this way everything would be open and honest, the kids would be informed, and they could even meet the future baby. He said there is literally zero benefit to divorce since our marriage is already open, aside from draining our bank account. I'm very emotional right now and planning to speak to a lawyer to get advice. Has anyone dealt with a situation like this? Update 3, I have been getting many DMs. Here is the final update. 1, I met with an attorney but decided to stay and work things out. 2, I have been seeing a therapist who is very familiar with E&M. 3, Sarah got pregnant almost immediately. Yes, I gave my husband consent but also told him if it affects our life I will be gone. She is due end of November. 4, she and my husband had a long talk. She is moving back to Canada to be closer to her sister. In fact, her moving day is soon and my husband is helping her. He will be with her after she gives birth. She told my husband that once the baby is older she would like to start to date to get married, so she will break up with my husband. My husband understood because he has zero plan to end our marriage. Even if I leave, Sarah has no interest in being a parent to our kids, so it's for the best. Sarah wants my husband to be in kids' life, occasional visits, FaceTime and stuff. 5, my youngest is very excited. My oldest at first got really mad but now told my husband he wants nothing to do with the baby, which my husband respects. 6, my in-laws are confused. Lol, my Mill hopes she finally gets a granddaughter. Overall life is good, thank you. Comments where Op has replied. Comment 1, why did you decide to give your consent in the end? The whole situation seemed really tense and your husband was quite unfair in his treatment of you, insisting on it after telling you it was your choice, pressuring you together with his girlfriend and already telling her yes, telling the children/in-laws against your wishes and making it out like it's your fault. You gave your consent and he did it straight away? Did he give you some kind of reassurance? Did he take care of you/your feelings and the marriage? He seemed way more invested in his relationship with his girlfriend. How can you be sure they will keep the boundaries they have set now? Will the children be in the baby's life? Will you provide help? You're our older child who seems to be struggling with the whole situation. If your Mill is exited for a granddaughter, does that mean they will be involved with the baby and Sarah going forward? Sorry, that's a lot of questions, but your situation stayed with me for a long time and I still can't wrap my head around it. You don't owe anyone, much less strangers, an explanation, but I really hope you're actually alright and are doing what's best for you. Anyway, I wish you the best. Oop, no, I thought about it a lot. I told my husband he has my consent as long as our life stays the same. My husband is a firefighter, so he works 24-hour shifts a few days a month and rest he is free, so he mostly meet her when kids are at school, beside their one weekend of the month together. My Mill generally loves me, but sometimes she can be too much. The good news is every time I told my husband Mill is too much, he stands up for me. Yes, it was my idea to open up the marriage and he didn't cheat. He has talked to his parents again and again. He will again soon because Mill lately again has become too much. Mill asked my husband if she can visit the baby and goes with my husband when Sarah gives birth. Sarah said no, and beside him she doesn't want to visit her until she is ready. Mill knows baby will be raised by Sarah alone but hopes she gets to visit the baby often too. If he can't keep the boundaries he promised to me, I really have nothing to negotiate. I will leave him and he is aware of that. Comment 2. I followed your previous posts and the outcome just seems like it's everything your husband wanted and nothing that you wanted. If you're legitimately happy, then I'm glad for you. I just hope it's not a settling/coping mechanism. Oop, we talked a lot. He knows if I don't feel loved and he doesn't meet my conditions, I'm gone. Weekly therapy really helped me to express my emotions better.